Okay, you know the feeling. You're standing in the middle of IKEA, the smell of meatballs is in the air, and you are just completely paralyzed by choice. Well, if that's you, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to settle one of the biggest debates in home decor, the showdown between two of IKEA's most popular shelving systems.
That's right, it's the battle of the boxes. In one corner, you've got the heavyweight champion, the classic, the one and only KALLAX. And in the other corner, we have the creative, colorful challenger, EKET. So which one is right for your home, your style, and all your stuff? Let's find out. All right, let's get into it. We're going to treat this like a friendly little competition, breaking down what makes each of these systems tick. By the end, you'll know exactly which one to grab on your next IKEA run. So first up, let's meet our contenders. First in the ring is the legend itself, KALLAX. Come on, you've seen this thing everywhere, right? In your friend's apartment, on Pinterest, probably even in a cool office space. There's a really good reason it's the undisputed king of cube storage. The best way to think about KALLAX is as the strong, reliable friend in your life. It's not flashy, it doesn't scream for attention, but man, it gets the job done. It's just a rock-solid foundation for pretty much any room you put it in. So, this is where KALLAX really flexes its muscles. Its strength is no joke. That's why vinyl record collectors and book lovers swear by it. It can handle some serious weight. But the real genius here? It's how adaptable it is. You can stand it up tall like a bookshelf, lay it down long as a TV stand, or even stick it in the middle of a room to create a divider. It's like the Swiss Army knife of furniture. Okay, so now let's talk about the challenger. If KALLAX is the dependable classic, EKET is the cool, artistic newcomer. EKET is all about breaking the rules, getting creative, and really letting your personality shine. Yeah, EKET is for anyone who looks at a blank wall and sees a canvas. It's less like buying one piece of furniture and more like getting a set of colorful, creative building blocks to play with. It's your system, your rules. The big selling point for EKET is just total freedom. You can mix different sized boxes, play with different depths, and use all these awesome, bold colors to make a real statement. You can stack them, or you can mount them right on the wall to create this cool floating look. It's perfect for turning that awkward corner or that empty hallway into a piece of art that also happens to hold your stuff. Okay, introductions are over. It's time for the main event. Let's put these two side by side and see how they stack up in the areas that really matter: design, strength, and just how much you can customize them. First up, style. And this really just comes down to your personal vibe. Are you someone who loves clean lines and the calm, organized feeling of a perfect grid? That's KALLAX. Or are you drawn to something more dynamic, a little asymmetrical, something that feels totally unique? Well, that's EKET. Now this is a huge one. KALLAX is an absolute workhorse. Got a ton of heavy books? No problem. A massive record collection? It's built for that. EKET, on the other hand, is more of a display artist. It's fantastic for showing off your favorite vases, some little plants, maybe a few photos, but you're definitely not going to load it up with your entire library. This might be the most important difference right here. Both of them are customizable, but in completely different ways. With KALLAX, the big frame is set, but you get to customize what goes on inside each little square. You can add doors, drawers, or those fabric bins. With EKET, you're customizing the whole system itself. You're the architect, deciding the overall shape and layout. All right, after that head-to-head, you're probably leaning one way or the other. But let's just boil it down one last time to make that final decision super easy. So, it all comes back to you. What are you actually going to put on these shelves? What does your room need? And honestly, what kind of look just makes you happy? Look, if you need something that is super strong, super practical, and has a classic look that's going to look good for years to come, KALLAX is your winner. It's the reliable, no-fuss solution that just works. But if you're a bit of a designer at heart, if you want to play with color and shape and create something that is 100% you, then you should absolutely go for EKET. It's all about personal expression. And hey, just to leave you with one last thought, here's a little pro tip from designer Mauritz. Who says you have to choose? Seriously, imagine a big, sturdy KALLAX on the floor holding all your heavy books, with a few playful, colorful EKET cubes floating on the wall right above it. Sometimes the absolute best choice isn't a choice at all. It's a team effort. But as always, the final call is yours.